Bet you didn't ever think that I would do this deck.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jakari from Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and I'm back at you with another deck profile. Well, I'm gonna have to do a couple of bits of explaining because, yes, you are looking at Dark Magicians. Yes, this is a Dark Magician deck. No, it ain't branded Dark Magician. Screw that. I refuse. But it does have a whole shit ton of spellcasters in it. So over the last few days, I randomly decided to do some stuff in Master Duel. And with the new structure decks in Master Duel, which one of them was the Dark Magician one, it's allotted you a lot of the cards I didn't actually have for Dark Magicians, because I really only had the Magician Souls, and I had nothing else because I just didn't want to do Dark Magicians. So I will profile this for IRL, and then I will show the Master Duel version of this deck, because ratios are a lot different between this and Master Duel, because things are limited and or banned that aren't banned or limited in IRL. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you know, is Larry, Earl, and Steve, the three different versions of Dark Magician that I run in the deck, all secret rare. So if they would have made the Arcana one in a secret, I'd probably be using it. The one Dark Magician Girl, 2 Illusion of Chaos, 2 Magician's Rod, and 3 Magician Souls. The way this deck is played, I only need 2 Illusion, but the 3 Souls really does come in handy. And then the last monster that's not a hand trap and not a Dark Magician related card is 1 Timaeus. I do have it broken up into categories of the Dark Magician part, the other part of the deck, and then the hand traps. So 1 Dark Magic Attack, 2 Dark Magical Circles. Now, quick explanation, I only actually own 2 the Dark Illusions OG secret rare Dark Magical Circles. So we're rolling with it. It actually works. 1 Magicalized Fusion, 1 Salvation, 2 Secrets of Dark Magic, 3 Soul Servant, and 2 Eternal Souls. Now, if you know me, you know, as far as the Albaz lore is, you probably know what my favorite part of the lore is. It actually isn't branded. Branded is probably, like, if I had to put them together, it would be this part 1 and branded Despia 1A. So we're running, and it's out of order. Great. 2 Fleur-de-Lis paired up with 3 Ecclesia. Yes, folks, we are running Dogmatika in here. What is the synergy? They're all spellcasters. Literally about it. And then it meshes the dark attribute with the light. Yes, this entire deck is still a bestial's wet dream of banishing. It is what it is. There's really no escaping that. One Dogmatika encounter paired up with two copies of punishment, and then the 3 Nadir Servant. Two Veiler and 2 Bell, with 1 Called By, 1 Change of Heart, Mosh Reborn, 2 Raigeki, 1 Secret Village, and 1 Terraforming. Alright, so yes, I found a way to shoehorn Dogmatika into Dark Magician, but it does end up working out, because for the turns I don't necessarily need my extra deck, or if I have the entirety of the combo in hand to set up for the Dark Magician side and the Dogmatika side, hey, more power to me. I've probably already done the Dark Magician part of the deck at that point just to go into the Dogmatika part. So for the extra deck, 1 Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, 1 Master of Chaos, 1 Quintet Magician, 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, 1 The Dark Magicians. That is it for the Dark Magician side of this extra deck. Then the punishment targets 2 Entis, 2 Titaniclad. And then everything else in the extra deck can either be used to actually summonable targets, and they're also punishment targets. So 1 Artemis, you can either go Artemis or Link Karibo, but Artemis works with this deck more because I have Rod that I can just bin off for this. 1 Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Oh look, there's the Link Karibo. So I have both options covered. 1 Borload Savage, 1 Omega, 1 Flare Metal. Now, realistically, if you wanted to tech in like Kashtira Shangra era, you would just take out the Flare Metal. So I thought about it, but that's one of the only 2 that you would really use besides a Rise Heart, but that requires 3 sevens. So that's actually it for the profile. I'm going to do a little bit of magical editing, and the next thing you'll see is the Master Duel version of this. So I'll be back in a few. So we're here on Master Duel. So I'm gonna just quickly run through the biggest differences between my IRL version of this deck and the Master Duel version. So in this one, as you see, I'm only running 2 Dark Magician as opposed to 3. I'm still running the 3 Souls. I am running 2 Maxis. I am running 2 Ashes, which I'm not running. I'm running Effect Veiler and Bell. Running the 2 Rods, the 3 Ecclesias, the 1 Dark Magician Girl, 2 Fleurs, and then 2 cards that I'm not running, that I'm running here, that I'm not running in there. 1 Maximus, 1 Nexus, and then I'm only running 1 Raigeki here as opposed to 2 there because I only actually have 1. And I'm supplementing that with the Lightning Storm. The biggest difference is Nadir Servant being at 1 in this game. That's one of the biggest differences in this one. 1 Dogmatika Nation, 1 Magician Salvation, 2 Chaos Forms, which instead of the chaos forms, I'm not even running the chaos forms in that build, or in the IRL build. 2 dark magical circles, 2 super polish, which I'm not running. 1 called by, which I only actually have 1. Same issue. 2 secrets of dark magic, 3 punishment, 2 encounter, 1 souls, where I was running 2 and 1 and 2. And then for the extra deck, 3 Intis, where I'm only running 2 IRL. The 1 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. The 1 Dark Magicians. 3 Titaniclad instead of 2. 1 Master of Chaos. 2 Quintet Magician. 1 Omega. 1 Baron de Fleur, which I'm not running IRL because I only actually have 1 IRL and I didn't want to take it out of another deck. And then 2 Frigide. So the deck works pretty much exactly the same. The super poly's in there depending on what I'm playing against. But realistically, I could trim the super polys. I could take out 1 punishment, 1 encounter. And truthfully, I could take out the Nexus. The Nexus is in there just to screw with my opponent. That's really why it's in this build and not in the IRL build. And the same thing with the Maximus. The Maximus is in there solely just to screw up my opponent in Master Duel. I can go second with this deck because I do have the go second options. I do have the hand traps. I do have the board breakers. But I prefer to go first with this deck in either side. So, folks, let me know what you think of both versions. This will technically be stitched together between the IRL profile and then the Master Duel profile. But this has been your boy Jakari from Twisted Nightmare Gaming, signing off. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for all future notifications. And don't forget to go sub to LNN, the Lunar Nightmare Network. All socials will be in the description for myself, Lunarstar 103, the respective channels, all contact information. Chris, aka Nynjamaica, who actually made the intro for myself and who made Lunarstar 103's new intro. His contact information is in there too. I will also start actually putting Jason Pancho's in contact information if I hadn't before, because he's the one who made the original logo, the original intro, and everything else. So without them, I wouldn't have been able to do this as long as I have, because only intro that you guys have seen that I've actually made myself was the kind of half and half what was supposed to be the head-to-head intro between myself and Lunarstar 103. But folks, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.